What's up YouTube, Dreamkiller coming at you in another video, and today is going to be an interesting video because I am recovering from wisdom teeth surgery still, and I am hopped up on a shit ton of pain meds, and I got a nice thick beard going on there that's going to be coming off pretty soon. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. Today is another great episode of DK Talks Movies, the section of my channel where I shoot the shit about the latest movie I went to go see. And today we are going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the latest Marvel movie to come out recently, and the sequel to the awesome Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, obviously. So anyway, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, that this movie was awesome. And I'm going to tell you how awesome it is, but first I want to tell you first off, there will be spoilers in this video. If you have not gone to see this movie, please stop this video right now and go see this movie. It is well worth your time, I'm going to say that much. So please stop this video, watch the movie, and come back and watch this review, because I hate to spoil this for you. Can you tell I'm hopped up on pain meds? I think you can tell. So anyway, this movie was great. The acting was great, the action was great, the comedy was great, everything was just it just exceeded expectations. Honestly, from what they showed with the trailers, I had no doubt in my mind that this was going to be a good movie. A lot of people were doubting how they could top the first movie, but honestly, it's Marvel. Even though this is their 18th movie, Marvel is still kicking it. Left and right, punches do not stop hurting. It is a really good movie. It's just, Marvel is just doing such a good job. I hope they keep on nailing it with hit movie after hit movie. So let's start off. So we got everyone's returning. We got Chris Pratt, we got Dave Bautista, we got Zoe Saldana, Bradley Cooper as Rocket, and I'm forgetting names here. Vin Diesel as Baby Groot. And let me just say, everyone thought that Groot was gonna be the one that Baby Groot was gonna be the one that stole the show. But let me just say that Bautista is the one that's like Drax stole the show. The jokes for him were amazing, more so than the first movie. Everything was the first movie times 10. The action was never stopped. Even when there was a quiet moment, it still managed to be entertaining. The comedy was on point. Never was there a time in the movie where the jokes did not hit on point. It was just fantastic, visually stunning. The makeup, God, the makeup that they do and the special effects they did to this movie were top-notch. And, from what I learned, they were able to learn from the last movie, so it took them way less time to apply the makeup for the actors than they did in the last movie. And that's good. It's good to learn from your previous work. And, again, it's just visually beautiful. Storytelling-wise, I'm going to say, I'm saving for the spoilers, but I will say, I did not expect it to go in the direction that it was going in. That being said, cue a spoiler warning and obnoxiously loud sirens. You're welcome, people that are listening to this on headphones. So anyway, spoiler warning. This is your final warning. Please stop the video if you have not seen the movie. Please go and see the movie. It is well worth your time. So, Chris Pratt's character, Star-Lord, finally gets to meet his father, who abandoned him when he was a kid, and we come to find out that he is actually a Celestial, which is why he was gone for so long. Even though he was trying to find Star-Lord, his son, for so long, he was actually the reason he hired Yondu to grab Peter, which unfortunately Yondu took Peter for himself. And so, they finally meet, but it turns out, Daddy is actually not so good after all. The movie does a good job of, making you seem like the dad character, Ego, played by the awesome Kurt Russell, sorry. I know people's names. Kurt Russell, he was fantastic. He did not skip a beat. He was charming throughout this movie, even when he turned evil. And yes, like I said, he turns evil. It's not the, type of evil. It's the, he finds the only reason his meaning of life exists is to turn the entire universe into himself. The movie starts off with a flashback scene of Peter's parents, and it shows that Ego, planted these seeds throughout all the planets in the known universes. And by activating these seeds, it creates, some sort of, from what it looks like to me, it looked like a blue blob. That's what it looked like. And, these blue blob was supposed to, form around all these planets and, I guess, like, I want to say terraform into, Kurt Russell's character's, ideal image. He basically wants to wipe out the universe and rebuild it in his own image. So a lot of God plot complexes are going around here, and unfortunately, the Guardians of the Galaxy don't want that to happen. So yeah, they had to stop them. But what's shocking the most is, what pissed me off the most is we find out the reason for Star-Lord's mother's death was caused by his father. He said, and I quote, he loved the mother so much, it came to the point where if he kept on seeing her, he would have changed his plans and stopped his plans. So he put the tumor in his mother. It was the reason why she died. And the minute you hear that, you get pissed off at him, and Star-Lord gets pissed at him, and you see, and he shoots him down. He's angry, and it was so good. It was such a good turn of events. And again, it's something you don't expect. I did not expect this movie to go in the direction it was going, because, I expected, Peter to meet his father and everything goes well. But then, where does the plot go after that? But then, turns out that the father's not so good, and then we have our plot. So, eventually they stop him, and, of course, we got a subplot going where the Ravengers, turn on Yondu because they feel he's gone soft, because he cares about Peter, treats him like his son, and it provides comedy gold with the Ravengers, especially with this one character, Taserface. Taserface is another star of this movie because Rocket's his insults and his asshole attitude are the comedy gold for this movie, along with Batista's comedy in this movie, because he makes fun of the fact that this guy's name is Taserface, this ugly ass looking dude. And Taserface says his name is metaphorical, and it's just stupid. So yeah, eventually Yondu teams up with Rocket and Groot, who are captured eventually. They team up, and they come to the rest of the Guardians' help. And unfortunately, Yondu sacrifices himself, and he dies. And that's the most saddest part of this movie. And what's saddest of all the Ravagers come to his funeral. They incinerate him and send his ashes into space. It's a beautiful thing. Kind of reminded me of the death scene of Spock, and I don't remember what Star Trek movie it was. Anyone wants to comment what Star Trek movie that was? I know it was one of them, but I can't remember. But it reminded me a lot of that send-off, that funeral. And it was beautiful. I almost got teary-eyed. It was beautiful. And so yeah, they stop Ego. Yondu gets sacrificed, and that's another day. The galaxy is saved once again by the Guardians. And of course, we have our after credits scene, which I did not stick around for because I was with friends and they were my ride home, and they were leaving really quickly, and I had to keep up with them. But I actually saw what the end credits was, thanks to the power of the internet, and we see that the gold aliens, the Sovereign, who have a beef with the Guardians because Rocket stole their batteries, these really expensive things that have like this nuclear type of energy to them, whatever. They have a beef with them, and they keep getting defeated. Finally gets down to like the leader of the Sovereign, starts incubating something to stop the Guardians, which hints to the fact of a character that might appear in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, even though my comic book knowledge hit something called Adam Warlock, something about, I don't know who that is. My comic book knowledge is not that vast, even though I have read comic books since my childhood life, but there's certain things in the comic book universe that I do not know. So if anyone wants to provide me information about Adam Warlock, please do, but it hints at the fact that we might see this person who turns out to be a hero, so maybe he'll turn out to be a villain in the next movie, and it will turn good. But yeah, that's your after credit scene. That's the plot we get with the Sovereign. And so that's it. You know, it's the Guardians saving the universe once again from Peter's father. And again, it's something I did not expect. I didn't really know what the plot was going to be to begin with, but it turned out to be a very good surprise. Like I said, comedy was there, and the jokes hit time after time, especially Batista. His portrayal of Drax is just spot on. He's playing that dumb, but he doesn't know he's dumb type of character. And his interaction with this new character, I forget her name, is the girl with the antennas you see in the trailer. I'll probably have her name in the subtitle below me. But yeah, her combined with Drax was good comedy. Her as the new character was really good. Whoever the actress is, she did a good job too. Rocket was, again, being the asshole comedy. It was really good. The only time I'll ever say that Bradley Cooper did a super good job, considering the fact I don't like him as an actor. And Vin Diesel, even though he has very little to do besides saying, "I am Groot," he does a good job with that. Baby Groot, I want my own baby Groot because he was just so adorable. I could hear a bunch of girls, even a few guys in the audience when I went to go see this movie, and they were just, they were like, "Aww," every time he did something cute. I was like, it makes you want your own baby Groot. And yeah, Marvel's gonna be like, "Hey, buy your own baby Groot today." But yeah, comedy was there, the acting was great, action was non-stop. It was just fantastic to see, and lots of plots and twists. It was a good Marvel movie, Again, it's what you expect out of Marvel. I don't think they're ever going to stop with the way they're going now. The hit after hit, it's not going to stop. There was a few reviewers for this movie, people who got to see this a week ahead of time. They gave their negative reviews, and I guess it's just people that don't really necessarily like sequels as much. Most of their points are kind of asinine, to say the least, but they're entitled to their opinion. But I would highly recommend, if you're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy, if you have been a fan of Marvel since they started this whole thing, this whole cinematic universe, please take your time to go to the movies and go see this movie, because I guarantee you will not be disappointed. This movie gets a double thumbs up, in my opinion. And that's it. That's my review, if you want to call it a review, because, I don't really review movies. I just say what's on my mind when I went to go see it. And that was on my mind. It was a good movie. So, if you stuck by at this point, congratulations. You deserve a pat on the back, because this is the most unprofessional video I've ever put on my life. But, fuck it. I'm doing this shit for fun, and I enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up button, because my channel grows because of it, and subscribe, because as always I have many more unprofessional videos like this that, I love doing. Thank you all for watching. I'm Dreamkiller. Gamers keep on gaming. Comic book fans and Marvel fans keep on rocking.